Do it for you. Do it afraid. Do it unprepared. Do it because you're not ready. Do it even though you don't know how. Just do it. I can't implore how many times people, even myself, maybe someone you've known or know, have made excuses why they aren't living life at their best potential, their true potential, their optimum potential, simply because they feel they're not ready, simply because they feel like they have more they need to acquire, simply because it's not the right timing. Or can we just be honest? Simply because you're afraid. And I can't tell you how many times I have to remind people you're going to die one day. And I know it sounds morbid, but that is a fact. And my thing is for myself and others, you better live while you're still alive. And that means taking a chance on yourself. That means figuring the steps out as you go. That means realizing that the best time in your life to do whatever it is that you want to do is right now. So just do it. But more importantly, do it for you. All right, it's that damn dawn like the break of day. How you doing? Who I got up in here, up in here? I see some folks in the house. I see a couple. Who is in the house? Let me give a shout out to you. This is Dawn Like the Break of Day. And we are tuned in to Vitamin D Live. Yes, Mama has been off for a week, but I was doing some super preparing. If you go ahead and check on my Facebook page, I went ahead and I posted up a picture where you'll see Miss Felicia, you'll see Miss Wanda, my friend Tiffany, and Courtney. They came out to my Groundlings performance that happened last night. Yeah, you've probably heard me talking about the Groundlings. I've mentioned it to you before about my aspirations of improv and sketch and all that jazz. Well, that happened last week. So I had, oh, not last week, that happened last night. And I have been preparing for it all week. And so I want to give a special thank you to all of them. And just a reminder to go after your dreams. Just a reminder to you to go ahead and take a chance. Am I exhausted? Yes, yes, yes. But I said I gotta show up. I gotta pull up. Miss Maya was in my messages and said, "Well, are you going live today?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going live today." So who I got live watching me right now? And I guess it just reminds me, it's like it's a beautiful thing to build up with something, to go after something. I talked about how important it is to just do it. Regardless if you think you're prepared, regardless if you feel like you're afraid, regardless if you feel like you got tomorrow, because all you got is right now, today. And that has really been my journey as to going after the groundlings. I come across so many people that feel as though they're lost and they don't know what the passion is. And I'm like, well, what do you love to do? A lot of people always talking about how they want to be comfortable. Well, what does your comfort look like? Now, are we just talking about money? Are we talking about time? Are we talking about doing our true passion, pursuing our purpose, making sure we tap into our truest potential? I think sometimes we get caught up in feeling like it's supposed to look a certain way, how it's supposed to happen at a certain time, how it's supposed to propel us to move forward, or perhaps it's not looking like the person to the left and the right. Wait a minute, hold up. What are you doing? I say this to you as I say that to myself. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, well, what am I doing looking at somebody else's journey? What am I doing having my eyes on somebody else's lane? What am I doing looking behind when I'm going forward? We are here for a limited time. What did I used to say? I said, we are special offers here for a limited time. Okay? So that is my word for you as I am on this journey at the groundlings, pursuing the dreams and taking a chance on myself. It's scary. It's all about figuring out. Go on, honey. Take a chance. That's what I say. So I hope you out there doing something for yourself. Doing something that's requiring you to get outside of your comfort zone because that's where the magic happens. And if you ain't doing that, then what are you doing? And if you're not sure what you're doing, how about you ask yourself why you're doing it? Is it because you're bored? Is it because you need some money? Or is it because you want a promotion? Is it because you want the bigger house? Or are you doing it because you want a peace of mind? Those are the things that we are talking about. Just find something to do. Explore opportunities of trying something new. That's what we got right now. I wanted to pop in because I promised I was going to be here. And I want to jump into a vitamin D advice letter. Now, I'm just my first time laying eyes on it. So, you and I are going to read this together. And I want to welcome you to call me in the studio, 818-461-5432, with your comments on this letter. And once I finish with the letter, perhaps you want to talk to me about some stuff. Call me. Look, I've been off for a week. Y'all said y'all need some vitamin D. So here is me. Okay. All right. So here we go. Subject: my husband doesn't love to cuddle. Let me give a clearance. Y'all know I say vitamin D is all about shedding the light, right? On the good and the bad, because if you want to be better and you want to do better, you got to be able to see better. And with that being said, that means eat the meat and spit out the bones. These are my thoughts, views, and opinions you wrote into me. And if you're wondering, you said, you know what, Dawn, I need some of your advice. Go ahead and email me, vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. That's vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. All right, here we go. Subject: my husband doesn't love to cuddle. Dear Dawn, I have a really great guy. He cooks, he cleans, he works, and he really loves me. We tear off each other's clothes like we're still teenagers, and we can't keep our hands off of each other. He calls me constantly. Flowers and balloons sent to me at work at least twice a week at work, and breakfast in bed. Simple, inexpensive, but romantic weekend vacations and trips. Candlelight dinners and slow dancing in the kitchen or wherever we are. We have been together for 5 years. It feels so good to be in a fantastic relationship with him, except for one thing. It's kind of small to him, but so huge to me. Dawn, he doesn't like cuddling. After sex, usually about 6 minutes or so, he just wants to get up and go do something else or go shower. Me, though, Dawn, I want to be held in his big arms and hear his breathing. Dawn, I want to hear his heartbeat as I lay my head on his chest and just close my eyes. I want to lay there knowing and feeling the warmth of our love and enjoying the togetherness of us, if that makes sense. If we can talk or not, just hold me. Keep holding me. I've talked to him about this before, and he gets really quiet. It took some doing, but I asked him to be brutally honest with me about why he doesn't want to cuddle with me. He says that he loves me, that he wants me, that he needs me, and that he'd go crazy without me. But after about a few minutes of cuddling, he just wants to get up and do something else. But he also said that he wants to be a better partner and that he try harder. Well, after sex last night, he lasted a good 22 minutes into cuddling. But you know what was really cool? As he held me, he cried softly into my hair and told me that I was his world and that he didn't want to ever lose me. He said this over and over again. Then he swooped me up into his big arms and we bathed together for like 20 minutes. Soapy strawberry shampoo kisses and all, and gentle laughter somewhere in the middle. Dawn, I heard on one of your past shows about cuddling and asking your partner for what you want and what you need in intimacy wise. Thought I'd share this with you. Love you and thanks. Frankie Lee Buddington, age 41, from Dallas, Texas. Well, here's the thing. I read this book entitled Unlimited Power. Was it by James Baldwin? James Weldon? James Weldon Johnson? Oh, Lord, I hope I'm not repeating the name of the guy that wrote the song. Anyway, it was also co-authored or in partnership somehow with Tony Robinson. The inspirational, motivational speaker. Tony Robbins. Anywho, one of the things that really stood out to me in that book, Frankie Lee, was he talked about relationships and how oftentimes when dealing with relationships and how some relationships, go estranged or depart or fall apart is not because couples don't love each other. It's because couples aren't speaking the same love language. Wait a minute, catch what I'm putting down. It's not that couples do not love each other. It's the fact that these couples aren't speaking, or these two individuals aren't speaking the same love language. When do we get the point of making room for somebody else's love language? What I mean by that, they put this example in the book about a couple, a husband and wife. The wife is in the kitchen getting things ready. Her husband comes in. The first thing he does is grabs her and gives her a kiss. Immediately, she is annoyed, like, oh my God, you are all up on me. You can't even say hi, baby. How you doing? How's your day? You just all up on me. And she was completely offended. He's looking at her like, well, what's going on? I came in, baby. I'm giving you some loving. But she's annoyed and he's confused. Now, here's what we got to look at. It's not about this couple is not loving on each other. It's just that they're not speaking the same language, or a language in which the other person is able to receive. Now, what we can identify, we know about the love languages, all right? Now, in case I miss anything, hey, Miss Maya tuning in. We talk about words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, acts of service, and I'm missing another one. But for the sake of the time in this conversation right here, we are looking at the wife, and what does it sound like her love language is? Words of affirmation. What does this love language sound like? Touch, physical touch. So while both of these couples or individuals are expressing love to each other, they can't be received because she's saying, well, why you ain't saying nothing to me? And he like, well, I'm trying to love on you, but you pushing me away. Now, in your situation right here, I don't see a situation where your husband isn't loving you. All the things that you see in somebody being present, he's a great guy. He cooks, he cleans, he works. You even said he really loves me. You even said after being together for 5 years, it feels good to be in a fantastic relationship, except he doesn't like cuddling. You even said after most recently y'all became intimate, he hugged on you and cried in your hair, professed about the fact of how much he loved you, and then y'all got in the shower for another 20 minutes, but yet it's still not speaking to you as enough. Now, you said that you have communicated with him, which you know I'm all about communication. Communication is not always what's being said, but also how the person is receiving it. Now, how long you want this cutting to last, boo? Is this like an all day thing? Do you have a time limit among hours? Because it's not that he's not cuddling with you. You just said the other day y'all was intimate. And y'all were cuddling away. And I almost chuckled a little bit because you said he lasted a good 22 minutes. I mean, what is your point of where you want to say that's enough cuddling? Is it 30 minutes? Is it an hour? Is it a couple hours? Then y'all went into the shower. So I got to ask you, what is it that you want? And how are you communicating it with one another? So are you at the brink where you about to break up with this man because he's not cuddling on you enough? He shows up, he cooks, he cleans, he takes care of the bills. He lets you know that he loves you. What does this mean for you? And what does it look like for enough to be enough? Have you communicated even the times that when he's ready to stop? Is he open to try doing it again? I don't think this is grounds of breaking a relationship. I think this is more so getting to know your partner, but at the same token, at the same time, it's not a moment of where you're not feeling loved. It's just that maybe it's not enough or it has to come on harder because it's not like he's not paying you attention. And I guess I'm just even reflecting on your letter. Are you asking a question? Are you asking a question on what you should do? It sounds like you have communicated it with him. Is it enough where you feel like this cuddling is not enough for you, but enough for you to have to walk away to find somebody else? Again, you got 5 years in the game with him. You definitely said you feel loved. You definitely said he feels like he is a great guy. You definitely said he cuddles with you in the bed, but it's just not long enough. Okay. Are you majoring in the minor? I mean, these are all simple questions. I think that before you decide to make any major moves, make room for your husband and see how he's trying to show up. Because again, it's not like y'all getting it in and he's just getting up, walking away. He's giving you a moment, but how much of a moment do you need? And I'm not trying to say that in a smart way. I'm just saying, reflect on yourself of whether or not you are feeling loved, you are feeling wanted. Because clearly his actions are saying that way. But then there's a thing where you're not receiving it. And I want you to be mindful of this because what I don't want to happen is that you develop a sense of resentment. What I don't want to happen is that you end up stepping out because you feel as though you aren't being loved of how you want to be loved. And who am I to tell you that you need to relax and chill? Okay. I'm just here to point it out, to know what you are standing up against. Because if you decide to walk away from this man because you feel as though he is not cuddling with you for 30 minutes instead of 22 or an hour or several hours after that, look at all what you're giving up as well because he's a great guy. He cooks, he cleans. And what I really appreciate is that you communicate. So maybe it's probably something that you guys need to do activities and figure out how more ways and where you can have his attention and perhaps have some more cuddling. Or maybe you just need to have some more sex. I'm just saying, if you know what's going to be a bit of a cuddling, put yourselves in moments where you got to cuddle. Let's watch a movie, baby. Okay? That's the best advice I want to give to you. Okay? He's giving you the kisses. He's crying in your hair. It's not like he's coming home and acting like you're not there. Hey. All right, Frankie Lee, I hope that was able to give you some insight. Don't give up on this marriage just yet. Do not give on this relationship. It's just that this man loves you. He appreciates you and he honors and he values you. Do not lose on a relationship where somebody is loving on you, okay? That's what I got to say. Dawn like the break of day. Hey. All right. Okay. I'm live in the studio. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me see who I got. Miss Mayan, she just listened in. She said, you a hot mess. Just keeping it real. So you know the deal. Coming in, coming in, coming in. Oh man. So I'm glad to be back in the studio. I could have prepped some more stories, but baby, I'm just glad that I pulled up today. Like I said before, I was off for an entire week. I was getting everything ready for my performance at the Groundlings. I put up a picture on Facebook. Go check it out. And I have another show coming up, January 6th. Is a Monday at 8 o'clock. Would love to see you there. Also, I didn't even tell you. Call me. Let me know what's been going on with you, what's going on in your world around you. 818-461-5432. I'm about to put in the chat. Call me. Because I did the vitamin D advice letter. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't prepare for nothing else. I was just glad I got into the studio. But I want to hear from you. We definitely will be coming in with more content, maybe even a guest, but for sure a guest probably next week on the podcast while we're doing it live. Otherwise, I could have recorded this at home, I guess. But no, it's something about being in the moment. Being in the moment. Ms. Maya said, that's why I love you. She said, oh my gosh, the pick is fire. Thank you so much. How you doing, Ms. Maya? You want to call me and let me know what's been going on in your world this past week? I'd love to hear from you or somebody. I got a couple eyeballs on me. I got a couple eyeballs on me in the studio. Would love to know what you feel. I know Trump is making some plans right now. What's about to come into 2024. I also want to make a correction since we're on the topic of that. Someone had really broke it down, talking about the difference between migrants and people who are illegal here. Hey, Miss Mac. So good to be seen and not to be viewed. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. I guess I'm glad I did neither. I want to talk about something else today because just based off of just riffing on what we're talking about staying at home and why it's so important to show up because this is part of the dream, right? And I think oftentimes when we look at the pursuit of the dream that is supposed to look like a certain way, I know what I risked. I know what I sacrificed to be able to come in this studio. And now I'm in a situation where I have reliable transportation. I have a studio at my leisure. I have access to a studio. Why wouldn't you show up? And I'm saying that to you. Why aren't you showing up for your dreams? If there is anything that you have aspired to do, that you would like to do, I got to ask you why you aren't showing up. Like I said, I was talking to a dear friend who is in the entertainment industry as well, but is in a mode of feeling like, okay, I'm looking at this age and I'm not experiencing the comfortable life that I want. It's not happening at the pace that I want. I'm looking at where I am right now and I'm saying this is not what I want. But then I had to ask them. I said, well, what does your comfort look like? Is your comfort having enough money but doing a job that you hate? Is your comfort going after something that you love and not having all the money, but knowing that when it does hit, it's going to hit? What is your level? And that is something only you can answer. Also, If you are trying to figure it out, what it is that you want, what is it that you want to do? Have you truly stepped out and stepped into everything that has made an interest to you? I can't tell you how many times I've talked to people that said, I don't know what it is that I want. You know, they say that the richest place in the world is in the cemetery. That's how many people have died with their dreams. And I'm thinking perhaps that a lot of people feel like it didn't happen at the time that they want. It didn't show up, or they didn't feel prepared, or perhaps they had more regrets, or perhaps they spent so much time being distracted, wasting it on other people, other things, and doing things they ain't had no business doing. Why is that? And there is no right or wrong answer. It just all depends on what is important to you. And that is going to require you to take some time. That is going to require you to take some time to get to know yourself, to what ignites you, what gets you excited, what gives you the rush. And realizing that the journey is the experience and the experience is the journey. Get off of the idea, whatever this destination looks like, because guess what? Once you get there, you're still going to be seeking more. Once you get there, you'll realize the top of this mountain is the bottom of the next. Once you are on your pursuit there, you're going to realize that you're going to fall. You're going to bump your head. You're going to hit yourself. But what do I say? If you can look up, you can get up. Your location is not your destination. If you fall down 7 times, get up 8. Period. All I'm saying is this time that we got here right now is limited. Okay? There's no reason why you should be in a space of being lost for too long. Not saying there's a time limit, but feeling lost, because if there is anything that has ever intrigued you, anything that has ever sparked your interest, anything that has gotten you excited, go after it and get it. Have I made all the money that I want to make and that I'm going to make? No. But I've had cushy jobs with notable individuals and sat there thinking like, why am I feeling still hurt? Why does it feel like it's not enough? I'm at a reputable company. I'm working with a major celebrity, because what I realized is I wasn't choosing me. And I got to ask you, have you decided to choose yourself? You know when you're choosing yourself, because there's going to be a different kind of happiness, a different kind of peace. And not saying a peace that everything is going all right, but the times that you're going to want to give up, you're going to find something that's going to keep on going. And that's how you know. When it puts a smile on your face, when it gets you excited, when it wakes you up in the middle of the night, wakes you up earlier than you want to, or perhaps you spend more time on it than what you should be. And I say should be in quotes. Then that is required. That is how you know what you love. That is how you live your life on purpose and for a purpose. Because what do I say? We here for a good time, not a long time. So make it count. Once this time is spent, it's gone forever. That's why they say time is your most valuable asset. But I tell you, and I remind you after each episode, how you are your greatest asset. If we were to look at it, like I would always say about your life bank account, and how you are your greatest asset, what are you depositing and what are you withdrawing from your account? And depositing can look like giving yourself affirmations, loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, spending your time with people that value you. Now, what does a withdrawal look like? Getting distracted, doing something that doesn't serve you. And what do I say? If it doesn't serve you, it doesn't deserve you. Respecting yourself, or not respecting yourself, and not taking a chance on yourself. And what you're going to have to realize, I just posted this up on Threads. Can I share something with you? Let me know how you think about this. I see y'all up on here. Let me know how you think about this quote that I saw it and immediately I had to repost it. What you're not changing, you're choosing. Did you catch it? Let me say this again. What you're not changing, you are choosing. Now, here's the thing. You're going to have to be honest about what you want in life. Can we say something else? Can we truly say everything that you have truly wanted, you've desired, that you really put effort in, you've gotten it? That's why they say gratitude is everything. The more grateful you are, the more things you have to be grateful for. Don't tell me you can't do it, because you have survived 100% of the worst days of your life. So yeah, you can be down and out right now, but I don't know why you counting yourself out. I don't know why you striking yourself out, because you felt like you were in despair before. but you're still here. I don't know if I got some witnesses in the house, but if I do, can you call me? 818-461-5432. 818-461-5432. Take a chance on yourself because we're here for a good time, not a long time. Can't nobody tell you what your joy is supposed to be. Can't nobody else tell you what it's supposed to look like. You got to know what it feels like. If you want to know the truth, you know the truth by the way that it feels. How does your life feel for you? And remember, if you aren't changing it, you're choosing it. I know that's probably a sore spot for a lot of people. You have the power to change your life. Can I go into it one more time? In this conversation that I had with a friend last night after my show, talking about some, wow, Dawn, I wanted to support you because I know that you spent 6.5 years going after this. Huh? I said, well, whatever is your thing, that's what you do. I said, for me to be able to sacrifice and risk, I know the rush and excitement something brings to me. And I know what my level of comfort looks like. Meaning, I may not have all the money to my disposal, but I got a different level of peace of mind knowing that I'm going after something that I truly want. Not because it looks good on the outside, not because it gives so much money. I mean, again, my situation is different because I don't have little beings that I am depending on, or a whole significant other that is depending on me. I am depending on me. I am taking a chance on myself. So, yes, in that aspect, it looks different for my life. But what does it look like for your life? These are just the things I'm talking about. These are the things I'm saying. I'm just here to remind you to take a chance on yourself. Go after something that you want because once the time is gone, it's gone. Okay? So, again, I'm going to open it up. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it on up. You know, my purpose of going live is to make sure that I connect with you, to make sure we share our thoughts, our views, and our opinions. And I didn't share some views, I didn't share some thoughts, and I damn sure shared some opinions. So, call me in right now. Let me know if there's any topics, if there's anything that you've heard in the news, and you can put that in the comment. If not, I want to say thank you so much for pulling up on me. Thank you so much for feeling like you wanted to take some time to pull up on me because there was something you had to say. Okay? So I'm going to wait about 15 more seconds. Miss Mayan, is that you? Miss Mac, is that you? Or whoever else, is that you? Call me. If not, I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you so much. Like I said, I had my groundling show yesterday. That was absolutely amazing. I'm in my writing class, so we're gonna be starting writing up some more stuff. And yeah. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in and getting your vitamin D advice letter. I hope I was able to shed some light, getting you some vitamin D. I want to remind and encourage you, if you know somebody else that can use some vitamin D in their life, can you tell somebody to tell somebody else that Dawn, they got a podcast? And she's live Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 Pacific time. Also, I want to encourage you that if you are on social media, to follow us everywhere at Vitamin D Dawn DAI. That's Vitamin D Dawn DAI. And of course, if you would like to submit to be a guest, or if you have some advice letter, I want to encourage you to send an email, vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. That's vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. Albert says, right before I was about to head out here, when we have a family members whom we all respected and trusted has taken advantage and stolen everything. Well, are you asking what do we do? You want to state what you want to say, Albert? I'm here. I think with any situation, you got to treat people as people. And family members are still people, but you happen to share blood. So what's the sayings go? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. When we have a family member who we all respect and trust that took advantage and stolen everything and they did it on purpose. Okay. So now, if this family member is taking advantage again and stealing things from you again, that would have to be a shame on you, right? I'm just saying. I think you have to be mindful of how close you letting your family member in your life and the things and the time you are allowing them access to. Marcus Savage is in us. Oh my, I saw Marcus over at Black Man's Wellness Day. Well, this is a couple of weeks ago now. This was what, November 5th? And I spoke to your wife. Speaking of which, I need your wife to come up here because Marcus, she was up here talking about the doctors, honey. Anywho, Marcus says, "Hey sis, I want to invite everyone out to my record expungement workshop. It's happening on the 4th of December, December 4th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're going to have live music. We're going to have food and give away clothes and employment information. Okay." Marcus, where can they do they need to sign up somewhere to get some more information about this? Can you put this down? This is absolutely amazing. Do we have any individuals who are trying to clear their record? Any individuals that are looking for another job opportunity? Any individuals that are looking for a new start? Marcus, you want to call me in the studio and talk about this real quick? I'm just saying, while you're here, you got the information. You might as well call me 818-461-5432. Ooh, and let me know what to do. Ooh. Let me sip some tea. Y'all hear this voice? Y'all see these bags? Honey, oh, it look like it might be Mr. Savage. Mm. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me Tuesday. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
What has happened is he's older than me, and he's a multimillionaire.
Okay, hold on. Wait,
What do
everybody,
you call
everybody.
that?
I presume this is
He's like the
Mr.
first
Albert
black
Johnson.
man,
Are you here? This Albert, right?
first black man to take Madison Avenue on and win. Advertisement and stuff.
Hey,
And we all
hello?
trusted him
Can
from
you hear me?
kids. Yeah, I can hear you. But what
Okay,
I'm
we got
saying
we
is,
didn't even get an introduction to say what's going on. You just called in the middle.
I'm
So this
trying.
Albert?
I'm venting.
Okay.
In a respectful way. He's a multimillionaire, and we not give, but put in trust of him of what do you call that? Investments and stuff.
Okay, hold on.
He's
Well,
in
Albert,
charge
let
of the
me set
family
up real
trust
quick.
fund.
Albert.
Yes.
We got people watching. They have no idea what you're talking about. I just left
Okay.
talking
What I'm
about an
saying.
expungement workshop. So we got
Okay.
Albert on the line. Albert just called in to talk about your cousin. Says you have
I'll
a
be really
family
brief.
members that have stolen and family members who we all respected and trusted took advantage and stolen everything, and he did it on purpose. Now you just said this family member is very wealthy.
Yeah. Now I understand how we got his wealth. See, we have income property, and I inherited because I'm the sole survivor. And one of my cousins, he's an attorney, and he sent me a voicemail last year and told me what was going on with him. And I really didn't want to believe it, but why would he do that? Now he was selling properties and trying to liquidate stuff to be easier for us. But it was like a scam. I mean, I'm about to get off the phone, but over the years, he has spent almost $2 million of our trust fund.
Oh my God.
And that's serious money. And then my other cousin, I hope he really didn't, managing one of the properties, and I did the math over a little over $500,000. And I'm crestfallen, and the whole family's pissed off. It's bad, and I'm just keeping my composure, being humble, but they didn't know about my other account. So it's hard. So, you got to follow your gut instinct and just, everybody has a first mind. That's spiritual. When you're driving your car or walking, something tells you to go this way instead of the other way. Everybody knows this. Whatever that first thought, first mind, follow it. Because that's spiritual guidance to keep you abreast and keep you safe. And that's basically all I have to say, everyone.
What was
Have a good
on your
one,
first mind?
and ciao. Bye-bye.
All right. So maybe that's what this is right now. Everybody, you want to call and vent? That was Albert just calling in to talk about how a family member took advantage. I was trying to set up to introduce. I hope you guys had got the gist of it. Um, but let this be an open space. Has anybody that else want to call in to vent? Call in to share some resources. Call in with some information. Now's the time. It's Talk to Me, Talk to Me, Talk to Me Tuesday. All right. So, like I said before, I want to encourage if you want to be a guest or if you would like to write an advice letter in, shoot me an email, vitamin D at daiSpeaks.com. That's vitamin D at daiSpeaks.com. What else do I have for you? I'm going to be back on Thursday. Some more content, some more letters, and I hope to hear from you. And we'll get a topic going, a topic of conversation. But I wanted to pop in and go boop, boop. Make sure you see my face, that I'm here. We still in the studio after the dream. We just had a long week, but it's good. And I hope that y'all stop being so shy and call me. Stop being so shy. Oh, we got another caller. Talk to Me Tuesday. Who's this?
This is Mr. Savage. How you doing there, sis?
Hey there, Marcus Savage. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I'm fantastic over here.
It was so good
Yeah,
seeing
we
you a
moving and
couple weeks
shaking.
ago.
Yeah, it's always good to be out, you know what I'm saying, and be seen in the public space. You know, I ain't been out a while, so I had to get out. Let me get straight here. Hold on a second.
Okay. And listen, when he
I'm
pulls up
driving,
on me,
and you know, when you go live, I always try and tune in. You know, I'm busy a lot. Most of the time, my day don't end till 8 o'clock at night, but it is what it is. But yeah, we are doing some good stuff over here at Gig. Getting the game. We got a young lady, Keys to the Streets. I don't want to mess her name up, but I call her Kiki. Everybody calls her Kiki. She's over here in our plaza, and she does food giveaways every week. She has a health clinic come out every other Monday and do things. So we got it going on the corner of Cimarron and Manchester over there. We're looking for some people to sign up for some of these union classes. All these union positions are out here needing to be filled, and they just need some people that's willing to put the work in. You know, it's not easy. It's a battle, but it's definitely worth it. You know.
so what's the union
Definitely
classes?
worth it.
What's this about? For anybody that's like, wait, what is Marcus Savage talking about? What?
Yeah, so I'm talking about union positions in carpentry, the field of carpentry, plumbing, electrical, electricians, and there's a few other trades that you can get into, you know, entry level positions. And all these positions, again, don't require any type of experience. They just require hard work and determination to make it and succeed. You know, and a lot of people get in and they don't have the guidance and they don't understand the rules. You know, anytime you get a job or whatever, we like to say careers. We don't like to use the J word. You know, there's rules, and you have to follow the rules and you have to understand the game. And so that's where we come in. We help you understand your role as an employee, as a new person on the job site, breaking into an industry that's filled with a lot of people that may not look like you and different cultures, right, that are going to interact with each other for 8 hours or 10 hours. You spend more time, you know, at work than you do with your family. So if you can get along and understand the culture and the rules of engagement, then you are more likely to be successful.
And for many of us, we don't have that kind of training ground where basically it's almost like, I got you. Let me show you how you walk into an interview, the type of questions you may have, just to be comfortable of selling yourself and showing off your skills. And more importantly, like you said, being in a space that you can acquire these skills.
Yeah, it's like your body language. You know, it says volumes. You know, how you walk, how you follow instructions. Do you write the instructions down or do you got to ask them 5 times? So these things matter, you know, especially your first what, 90 days, 30 days, really 2 weeks, because you got about a week or two for them to either like you or not like you. That's anywhere you go. So, you know, that first impression is going to be the most important one, you know, and if you understand the rules of a game before you start playing that game, you know, you can almost, you know, guarantee your success,
Come on.
you know.
And that's why I just
And
even
so
love the title of your organization, the name of your organization, Get in the Game. It's time
we
to
don't play,
get in
you
the
know.
game. Be a player
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this game of life, and let's win.
You know what I mean?
And to
Yeah,
think
I
about it,
always
with
say, put me
these
in,
unions.
coach.
Oh, go ahead.
I always say, put me in, coach.
Put me in, coach. Put me in, because I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
And people got so much to say on the sidelines. And that's why I'm saying, like, if you on the sideline right now because you are concerned whether or not you got a record, if you on the sideline right now because you don't feel like as though you got enough experience, if you on the sideline right now that you don't know where you can go, well, I'm telling you, it's time to get in the game. And you can do that with Marcus Savage. Now, we're talking about expunging records. So individuals who have a record, who are looking to get a high-paying job, it's possible.
Yep.
Now, you said, you mentioned, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I'm actually getting some stuff off my record this December on the 4th when they come out. I had some stuff that they said they couldn't expunge when I first did it, and now the laws changed, and guess what? That thing that's on there is about to be off. So, again, you know, you never know unless you show, you know.
You never know unless it's time to show up, pull up, walk up, crawl up to the life of your dreams.
Get on out there.
Now, about these union jobs, how much do they pay good? Like, why would somebody want a union job?
Well, a union job normally starts off paying about what any other position would pay, you know, $17 to $20 an hour. But the beautiful thing about a union position is you start off as an apprentice, right? And everybody knows that apprentice means to train. So they're going to be training you. It's all on the job training. And we like to say our motto is earn while you learn. And so you earn while you learn. And at the end of 4 years, or some unions is different, just depending on the trade you pick. I think the electricians is maybe 5 or 6, right? At the end of that, then you get what you call a journeyman certificate. And so all throughout your apprenticeship, I talk about the carpenters because I'm a carpenter and that's what I know. And so I share what I know. With the Carpenters Union, about every 600 hours, you get a raise.
Oh, wow.
And that raise might be $2, it might be $3. So you go from, say you start off at $19 an hour as a first period apprentice. By the time you get to your 8th stage, which is eight stages of apprenticeship, you're at $50-something an hour, $40-something an hour. Every hour on the hour.
Are you serious?
You know, yeah.
Like, I can't understand why I can't even understand how you putting a call out there for people to get trained, to people to get paid. Are they not showing up as how they can? Because this is insane to me.
Well, a lot of people don't know about it, you know, and a lot of people, you know, I just say a lot of people don't know about it, you know, and it is tough to make it. You know, it's a tough trade. All the trades are tough, but you know, anything that's tough is definitely worth it because the amount of money that you can make for a lifetime, right? Mm-hmm. You know, once you learn a skill, a trade, electricians, plumbers, HVAC. My son's an elevator mechanic, and you know, can you imagine the earning potential for a lifetime of that? You know, wherever you are, there's going to be an elevator. There's going to be some plumbing. You know, somebody's lights are going to go out. And so, you know, once you get those skills, you know, under your belt, and on top of all of that, you get that journeyman certificate. Now you are certificate-ized, right? That's a new word, certificate-ized, and you are eligible for other areas that require a certificate in construction, like building inspector, you know, like building maintenance person, like home inspection, like contractor, general contractor. So you have all these other doors that open up once you receive your journeyman certificate. And I always stress people when they get into the union or when they join up in the union, the journey is just the beginning to get to that journeyman certificate. That's what you want. That's your goal. And a lot of people don't even get there because, again, they don't have the game, because they get in and they work a job, and maybe they don't show up to a union meeting, maybe they do, but the union doesn't explain the benefits of being an apprentice. Only the people that know the benefits of being the apprentice are the journeymen that have completed their apprenticeship program. And guess who they share it with? They share it with the FBI, their friends, brothers, and in-laws.
Right.
And so, that gives you a good idea of why you see the makeup of construction as it is.
And with the advancement of technology, going into the trades would be super ideal right now, right?
Yes.
I never thought, I thought about like the funeral business. I didn't think about like elevators, plumbing. I don't know if robots can do that, but different things change, different things need to be applied, but these are the jobs that you got to look at.
And it doesn't even matter if a robot can do it or not. Somebody has to program the robot.
And that still would be considered a trade?
Platform for the robot to do their stuff, right? So, our trade is here.
Get in the game, GITG.com, right?
Yep. No, we actually are launching a new website. It's coming out really soon. We had a .com, but we changing it to .org because that's what the training and the educational organizations use. So we're revamping. Like I say, we've been chopping and screwing our organization, trying to get it right and get it right on, in line with everything and make sure we are, ready for the people. So if you guys come out on the 4th of December, reach out to us. Give us a call, 661-293-9135.
661. Wait. 661-29. Wait. 661.
293-9135.
Now you just said, you mentioned Key to the Street. You said you mention her every week. What's that about?
Well, she is a wonderful lady, that's a wonderful person that has an organization called Key to the Street. They're a nonprofit 501c3, just like us, and they do mainly food giveaways. They do health clinics every Monday at our location on Manchester Cimarron, right in the parking lot. They have the health clinic band come up. She actually is doing Taco Tuesday, so she sells tacos for like $1 or $2, something like that, on Tuesday, just to generate money for her nonprofit. She accepts donated clothes. She has a thrift store there where you can come in. If you're low on cash, you can get some nice stuff that's donated. It's all clean and some nice stuff, because I've donated some nice suits and some nice stuff. So if you need a nice little outfit or whatever, maybe some kids that are in need of something, for school, their mom or dad can't get them a lot, they can come by there and she'll give them some stuff, so we're just trying to be a community center over on Manchester and Cimarron. So, we're just trying to be there for the people. You need some employment advice, come on down. Maybe you need excuse me. Maybe you need a resume. Maybe you need a reference. I'll get to talking to you, and if I feel good about you, I'll give you a reference. If I can say something nice about you. So, again, we're just here to help the people, and anything we can do in the community, we are going to do and be there. So that's really it for us.
I really appreciate. Now, one thing that stood out to me, or standing out to me right now, talking about getting the game, is that other organizations that I know help people get their records expunged and training them. I was informed, like with other organizations, unlike yours, it's unpaid training, and that has kind of deterred people because you're in a situation where you need the money right now. And another executive director were telling me at the organization that it's hard to get people to keep coming or to come back because they want the check or the money right then and there. But you're saying, hey,
we're not
pay
able to offer any paid training. But what we do is we can link you up with some of the organizations that do the paid training, because a lot of those organizations I was an instructor for, CEI, Brothers Keepers, PV jobs. I was an instructor for all those organizations. And so when I meet you, I can definitely link you up with that organization that does that. And that's kind of like what I like to do, because I would love for a person to go into a PV Jobs or a Brothers Keepers, or a CEI, with the knowledge of what it takes to be successful. And now they're going to get the training and they have the knowledge already, right?
Right.
So it goes hand in hand. I just want to give them the knowledge that they need, maybe a little hands-on training. Hey, and believe me, it is definitely worth the time, because your time is, I know, valuable. But can you imagine my time as an instructor, as a business owner, that I'm taking out to share my knowledge and give my game for free to you?
Wow.
So, that's what you have to look at, the value that you're receiving. And if you can't see the value in what I'm giving, then this program is definitely not for you. But trust me, the people that pull up, they see the value, and that's why I do it. I speak to these guys and ladies all the time, and so the value is definitely there.
Right. So I hope everybody's listening. Take advantage of the value. If you are listening right now and you happen to be in the LA area, check out Get in the Game, GITG, soontobe.org, GITG.org, and link up with Marcus Savage. Let me give you the number, everybody, 661-293-9135. Again, 661-293-9135. Mark your calendars, because within less than a month, there is a record expungement workshop happening on the corner of Manchester and Cimarron. From 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm talking live music. I'm talking about food, giving away clothes, and most importantly, giving you employment information. How many people looking for a job? Who wants to start a new year with a new job, knowing they got a new skill set and knowing they with somebody that got their back? Well, that's that damn Marcus Savage.
Giving up the game. We're trying to give up the game. We're trying to let the people know, look, this is how you do it. We're going to give you instructions on how to be successful.
A mentor of mine here at Premier Networks, he says, one thing you realize when you're aligning yourself with people and you're trying to move up, and how you're really talking to somebody that is successful, because successful people want to teach other people how to be successful. And I know you successful because you're talking about teaching other people and just listening and learning how you're building and you're growing. Like in so many ways, even down with the location and having different individuals holding events there and spaces and doing different things. I love it, Marcus. Are you there every week or only when you're doing your workshops?
Well, I'm in and out every day. The office is open, but you have to make an appointment. So if you make an appointment, I'll be there. I'm a general contractor, so I'm in the field most of the day. But if someone wants to come in at 2:00 or 4:00 and sit down for a one-on-one or some information, I can definitely do that. But we are going to be holding some workshops in 2025, doing some signups and stuff. But right now we're just on a case-by-case basis. But we do stuff we do come to like a location. So if you have an organization where you want us to come and speak to your students or your whoever your students, pretty much, we can definitely come out to your organization and do a presentation, depending on what your needs are. It can be an hour presentation. It could be a 6-month presentation where we get down and dirty with tools and stuff like that, equipment, and it just depends on the organizational needs. So that's what we're really looking to do, to partner with other organizations that already have a roster of students that we can just enhance their training.
That's what I'm thinking. A coalition.
Yes, that's it, right there.
A Get in the Game coalition, a group of organizations that has the same mission of helping people be better and to do better. And that means you're going to have to see better with these opportunities that are presented in front of you. And the thing that I love about this, Marcus, this is all up to the individual. How do you want to change your life? How do you want to show up in your life? Well, you got to get out the way of making excuses, talking about you ain't got the experience, talking about you ain't got the access, talking about you limited because you got a record, because you have set the record straight. Come as you are. And let me give up the game to you. Here's what I would say. Don't play with me, play with yourself.
That part right there.
Period.
That part right there. Because we don't got no time for that, right?
We here for a good time, not a long time. And we gotta have to make it count. And making it count means taking a chance on yourself. Making it count means seeking out those resources. Making it count is to be better and to do better with your life because you have chosen it. So ain't no more excuses about I got this record. Ain't no more excuses. I ain't got no skill set. Ain't no more excuses talking about ain't got no mentor because Marcus Savage is on the line right now. Marcus Savage, the founder of getinthegame.org. Helping people get back into the trades and make your money at your leisure, doing what you got to do and having somebody that got your back to show you how to do it. You said they're helping with union jobs.
Got some positions at Jiffy Lube. If anybody's looking for something to go to work like next week or next month or, something for the holidays, we have a few employers that, give our applicants a special eye.
Are you serious?
When they apply. So if someone's looking for a job, we can help you with that too. But we like to concentrate on the careers and getting the longevity. I always like to say, when you have a career, you can take a vacation. You can plan things with your family. And a lot of times you're gonna be off on the weekends, right? And with a job, your off day gonna be Tuesday and Thursday. So you got to think about those things when you're applying, and and you're seeking employment. What do I want to do? Do I want to go for something fast, or am I gonna struggle a little bit, get this training, get this knowledge, get this game, and come out strong and be successful in something that I can do for years and years to come, and then at the end of all that, if I want to own my own business, if I want to be an electrical contractor, if I want to be a carpentry contractor, if I want to be a plumbing contractor, I'm certificatized, right? That's my new word. I'm certificatized to do that.
How much it costs?
$3.99.
Hold on. I said how much it costs. You said $3.99?
$3.99.
So you would have to literally choose not to be great, not to take advantage of this opportunity, right?
I laugh at people, and that's the reason why I don't chase people to come. You got to want to be here. This is a trade where you have to kind of want to do it. You have to understand what's on the other side.
What's possible?
Yeah. Once you do that, and that's why you see the makeup of people out there. You see those guys out there drenching sweat. This guy's 5'2", picking up all this big old heavy stuff. But guess what? He knows at the end of the day, I don't have to work no 2 jobs. I don't got to be fumbling around with this and that. When I get off work at 4 o'clock, because I done started at 4 in the morning, so I done got off work at 4. I'm done for the day. And I don't have to worry about when I go to another job. Now this is one of the best things. Let me get off the phone after this because I'm actually painting a bedroom right now.
Oh my God!
But I wanted to stop and talk to you. This is one of the best things I love about being a union member. So when you finish an assignment, you get laid off from a job, right? Because you always get laid off. At the end of the job, you get laid off. Sometimes you don't, but the next time you go to a job or work site, you don't have to ever negotiate how much they're going to pay you.
What you mean by that?
Because the union already did that.
Oh, because that's the thing. You got somebody that literally got your back.
Yep, they're going to show up. It's already in the collective bargaining agreement, right? A carpenter makes this. Third period, a carpenter makes this amount, right? And so you already know what you're getting paid when you go to work. So
now, what's the disparity with women?
Yep.
Are there a lot of women in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So the women that are in the trade that make it are highly successful. I have one young lady that is, she moved up the ladder really quick.
Wow.
Within 4 years of her, joining the Carpenters Union, she became a journeyman. It took me 6 years, by the way. So, she finished hers in 4 years, her apprenticeship in 4 years. She applied for a safety position, right? And she did her homework. She took a certification because she had her journeyman certificate. Once she received, I'm sorry, I'm going in and out, back and forth. This is how I teach. She got her journeyman certificate and in carpentry, and she applied for a position called a CHT, Certified Health and Safety Trainer. And that's a safety position that makes sure that everybody on the job site has glasses. Any thing that you do on the job site that's unsafe, you'll get right up by that safety person. And so the safety person just controls the safety on the job site, plans and everything. So Brittany Bradley is her name. She was working at LAX as a safety person.
Wow.
Within 2 weeks of her passing the test, she was hired by a company called JT Wimset. And that's a union company, and I can't even tell you what she's doing now. That was 2-3 years ago. I haven't talked to her in a while, but she is doing very well.
Wow.
Bridget, I'll just butcher the name. I think it's Bridget Bradley, another young lady working at LAX, doing well. I can keep on going. There's a ton of women. One of my instructors, Mary Whitmore, she was amazing. I know guy could beat her nailing. I haven't met a guy, and when I was in the trade, could beat her nailing. So women are there. Kimberly, it's another young lady. Kimberly, she's a laborer. Awesome. Worked on the train. What is the Crenshaw line?
Oh wow, that was a huge project that lasted for years.
I can just keep going on. Yeah, I can name 10 of them right quick.
Wow. So ladies, this is not just for the fellas
that are willing to work. All you gotta do is be willing to work. You don't have to worry about lifting too much, not being strong enough. You just have to be willing to try, and they'll find something that you can do.
Oh my gosh.
Trust me, where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Y'all better hit up Marcus Savage. Getinthegame.org. Make sure you call him if you know somebody that's looking for a job. If you know somebody needs their record expunged. If you know somebody needs some on-the-job training. If you know somebody that's trying to get paid, call Marcus Savage. 661-293-9135 and meet him and pull up on Manchester and Cimarron. Did I say that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, 4th of December, Cimarron in Manchester, right on the corner. She is right there. All right. Have a great day.
Oh yeah, and also we gotta talk on the flip side. I want to talk to your wife and her business. I'd like to have on the podcast because she sparked my interest. Not saying she opposed the doctors, but it is something to be aware of that they are to treat symptoms but not prevent them. And I think we need to open our eyes to that and see what that really looks like and what it really means. So I just want to place that on your spirit. Tell her to get ready.
Okay, no. Okay, I will.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Savage. All right.
Have a great day now.
You too now.
Bye.
That was Marcus Savage. Get in the game. Get in the game. He said, Dawn, I'm ready to give up the game. Who trying to be in the game? Who need a job? Who need their record expunged? Who need an opportunity and a possibility? Listen, December 4th is the day. Don't sit here and tell me that you need some resources. Don't sit here and tell me you ain't got no job training. Don't tell me that people are not going to give you an opportunity because you got a record. I just had a brother on the line right now. Hey. All right. Anybody else want to call in with some information, some resources? They want an event or some announcements? Do whatever you want. Just allow me to ask you who you are. Shout out to Albert. I want to thank him so much. Mr. Albert Johnson was very vulnerable in just sharing some family issues about a cousin feeling like taking advantage. Shout out to Marcus Savage, who I just hung up the phone with, discussing with our community how we can be better and do better. Coming up on the December 4th event, Get in the Game. They are offering a workshop from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Live music. They're going to have a food giveaway, clothes giveaway, and employment information. So if you want it, we got it. If you want it, we got it. All right? Anybody else want to hit me up? Do we need the number? Call me. 818-461-5432. 818-461-5432. All right, let me tell you what to do. I'm going to get ready to head out of here. You guys have the resources information, so I'm going to do an announcement again. Listen, if you'd like to be a guest, you would like to email me, you got comments, or perhaps you need some advice on a letter, take down this email, vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. In fact, I'm going to put in the chat, vitamin D at dawndaiSpeaks.com. Hey, Miss Felicia, did you see our picture that we posted up? Marcus Savage's number. Let me put it down at the bottom. I'm putting in the chat for everybody. Marcus Savage. His number, 661 293 9135. All right. There is the number for Marcus Savage. Y'all got it? 661 293 9135 for his December 4th event. Somebody need to get their record expunged. Somebody needs some clothes. We talking about live music and we talking about job information right on the corner of Manchester and Cimmerian. Okay. Now back to what I was saying. If you like to be a guest, if you need some advice or you want to share some resources, send me an email at vitamind at dawndaiSpeaks.com. Let me put that down. Email vitamind at dawndaiSpeaks.com. Well, babies, I is tired. Mama needs some rest. Thank you for everyone that pulled up on me. Thank you to everyone that called in on me. I appreciate you and I love you. Make sure you follow us on all social media at Vitamin D Dawn DAI. That's Vitamin D Dawn DAI. And just know, if you want some real vitamin D, that be me, baby. Follow me on all social media at Dawn DAI Speaks. That's Dawn, DAWN, DAISPEAKS. I love to hear from you. I love to see you pull up on me. All right, you know, I always say, I'm in the business of making dreams come true. And I damn sure ain't gonna forget about mine. So until next time, family, always remember, you are your greatest asset.